both those games made.
Guys. Why do we keep giving him Callista? Why? 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 I know you don't play Callista, but please, please. They just banned Poppy again. They figured it out. Because now what are we going to do? You're going to pick Varus again. You keep losing, but you have to pick Varus because you play 3 ADs. You play Varus and Jhin.
May have looked different at you at home, but functionally, strategically.
And we can't play Maokai because we're BDS.
You just gotta look, screw it.
Oh, they're going to take the brand. Okay, this is a second brand game. Very surprised they're taking this away.
Alongside the brands. Maybe it was the TF.
All right, so we're back to Ivern and Hui. Hui has been seen bans in this series. After this game, Caps is 3-0 on Hui. Get the frontliner here for disruption. No Braum. We're gonna try and draft Nautilus here. No Zac in the top side. No Olaf. Okay. It's Adam, so you don't want him running into your backline if you have a less mobile backline. There's the Nautilus. That's interesting. The Bard is good here. The Bard is good into Varus Brand Azir. No. Oh.
She has definitely her place within the meta.
Okay, I'm sorry, you're wrong. It's totally boring.
I mean,
you see the Boris in the brand, they stand there, slow as hell. They get ulted. No.
Good prediction by Betty.
You're right.
Well, I mean, I think that a lot of teams just think that she's not that strong, right? Like, she is traditionally very one-dimensional, right? She goes in, she...
Again, Leona has conditional engage, though, and it's easy to hit Brand with a Leona R. Right? It's easy to hit Brand with a Leona R. It's easy to hit Brand with a Bard R.
Leona can't E out. Doesn't do anything.
But it was
Not a big fan of the Jackson to Cassante these days because you don't have the one-item power spike with Sunderer anymore to kind of start winning that lane. You kind of, as far as I can tell, just lose at all phases to Cassante in lane now.
Into this Nautilus as well. How had oh, we actually see the Jax from Adam as a round out, so definitely going for a multi-threat. He's on a brand.
We're relying on Sheo, his creative early pathing, his ganks to set up whatever lane they want to focus on. So now we'll have to see if we can get some.
Because you end up that's why we actually see a
Less of a creative draft from G2 this time, but I mean, they're one of, if not the best Hui team in the world right now.
See if they're able to do that.
And we see Caps be really good on this champion. And the long-range engage is crazy, because if you set up a long-range, like an R, a Leona R onto Brand, like, the Hui can just annihilate him, right?
Whether it's Nautilus passive or Leona Q can come through.
And it's a thriller.
I wasn't saying, I was worried about the...
But Betty's the singer, actually. I probably didn't have to say it.
We had to do it.
He is doing Thriller.
I don't know the moves.
You don't... What? You have to loosely know the moves.
I know
you
loosely.
Can't...
Okay, I loosely know the moves.
Because again, we have to follow.
Okay, okay, bro. Okay.
I mean, this is why he doesn't get suspenders.
That's why it doesn't, yeah. You were so close. Hats were next.
Jax is fishing.
Yeah, the thing about BDS is they have some targeted backline access too with the Nautilus ult, but they need to actually get in range of Caps to use some of these abilities. Like, they don't have a lot of dive, so if Hui's never in range of the Nautilus, he's playing far in the back.
Oh, he's found another gold.
And he found the golden one, though. That's like 10 gold or something, isn't
What do you think his hourly wages doing this?
I mean, what? It takes him, what, a couple seconds to get...
I like that your brain is so stunned by capitalism that you're just like, he doesn't clearly work for himself.
What are you talking about? That's gold. Surely that's great.
He can just be self-employed. He can work for himself.
Yeah,
He doesn't need a wage.
Maybe he's just doing it as a hobby. You know, like...
We're allowed to have hobbies? Oh, okay, all right. Well, fair enough. So... slight gold lead on the top side. You can see 3 in the favor of Adam.
The casters definitely aren't, their brains aren't stunted by capitalism, guys, because they're just doing basically freebies for Riot. Right? For Comrade Riot, they're just doing freebies.
Oh,
I can hear for the crowd.
the crowd can hear it. It's just us. All right.
Okay.
Nuke taking a bit of a chunk of early damage.
They don't do things like negotiate their rates.
And, yeah, all is quiet on the Rift thus far, keeping our eyes on the early jungle pathing. Brand unsurprisingly taking an early lead because Ivor needs a bit of time to get those camps.
As a reminder, this is the upper bracket final.
Semi-final.
Semi-final. Where the winner will move on to the winter split final. Yeah. BDS, if they lose here, they will move down into the lower bracket.
I haven't seen enough Smolder yet. I'm gonna watch some of those LCS games. I haven't caught up on LCS, so I don't have informed thoughts on Smolder yet.
The winner of those best of threes will then go on and play against
each other, and then the winner of that will face.
And that all leads into our winter split final weekend, which will take place next weekend.
And reminder, early.
Yeah, casters don't have leverage anymore, guys.
So hugely crucial.
Freelancer or not. Riot has a monopoly on League of Legends. You want to do League of Legends, you just get the rates that they tell you you're going to get. And those rates have not been increasing, even with inflation. So you just get fucked. That's how it is.
is suspicious. Mickey is missing. And it's like he's got to be somewhere.
I mean, Nuke's only level 3 though. What's your record?
This is clever from Mickey.
Is going to give you so much luxury heading into that final week.
You know, you get a lot of harass damage. We've seen Hui become more and more of an Azir counter, which I find interesting. As we see this matchup develop in professional play, seems like in those early levels, you do have a ton of pressure as the Hui onto the Azir. Oh, he actually followed the flash. Beautiful. Oh, and it's a shield. Ooh. Flash.
As well. Sheo gonna have to be careful.
So they crashed the wave level 2 on bot side, and Hansama and
this is actually really fun. As Agnes pointing out, they do a third wave crash here. Yeah, they do a third wave crash directly into pressure around the mid lane. Very creative plays from G2 in this series. Like, they're playing the map so well and using the advantages that they have to great effect.
The shield, was it enough? Bit of shielding from Hui was enough. In goes Sheo, gets another kill back. Root coming in, Caps following up.
Like, it's okay if you trade here. You actually got 2 flashes out for that. Cap still has flash up.
And Hansama and Mickey start to move, so it looks like again you're going to set up for like Yike, maybe to go for an invade, see if you can steal away a camp. Like, yes.
Do you have any recommendations on headsets? I tune pianos for a living. Well, I think my recommendations may not be great for you. By headsets, do you mean headphones, or do you need it to have a mic attached to it? Because I don't use those. I use these Audio-Technica M50Xs, which I like, but the Sennheiser ones are good as well. And I think Rode has some pretty good gaming headsets these days.
Yike waiting in the darkness for the Q3 to connect before he tries to fish for the root collar. Hope just waiting, begging Adam, please go all in. You can see him step forward there as Adam leaf strikes a minion, assumed it would go onto Broken Blade. Pullback is good. Adam getting lower and lower, but Sheo in the area. Both top laners, I think, acting a little bit to try to set up for a good play from their junglers.
It's a game of chicken. Both of them will choose to not play today. For now, Adam's just
yeah, the question is, does the headset need to have a mic on it or not? Or is it just headphones? Yeah, I would just get headphones and get like an actual mic. They're more comfortable to use too because they're on a mic stand.
Really nice trade from Nuke.
I like this. You have to get aggressive here.
Of course, in the extended trade, as he is always going to come out on top, right? Hui can be very obnoxious in terms of just poking at you. He has a lot of options for hitting you from a very long range, or from his Q, both the flame, the bolt, and the slow from his E.
Caps walking up there. QW for a bit of extra shielding.
I like this trading from Nuke a lot. Mickey on the roam.
Mickey's just living in the mid lane this game.
I think primarily just to assist with the push out of the wave, but Nuke should be able to hold this one just fine.
So with the reset coming through from Hansama though, BDS just feeling comfortable to start up this.
This has got to be like 3 of the weirdest Callista games that I've seen from an early game perspective. Like, they literally lost first dragon 3 times in a row with Callista. That's so crazy when you think about it. But G2 has just had different priorities.
They really want to make sure that they're able to get that crash, so Caps could maybe look for the reset. Has already burnt his TP, so it doesn't really have that opportunity. And if you're Nuke, you've got the health bar to just go, hey, I'm going to go in for the sliding glide, see if you can catch Caps as Sheo's coming in towards lane as well. So Caps, you can see immediately goes into river, see if he can fish for some of the berries that are there, but unfortunately not for him.
Look at Adam proxying waves, basing in the enemy jungle right now. Also gained a bit of information, dropping that ward deep onto G2 side of the map. Adam playing this matchup, well, about as well as he can right now. It's a very neutral early laning phase between the two. You imagine that as the game goes on, Jax should have the scaling advantage, but Kasante's just one of the champions that's a great nullifier in a side lane, so even if you do have a lot of damage, I'm sure Broken Blade won't be too threatened, but we talked about it, BDS have so much damage on their roster. Very excited to see how they can navigate that and execute these fights as we enter the mid to lane.
But I think that's why when you're looking at this for BDS, you don't play for BDS.
Well, I think Sheo's just going to be a sitting duck on this brand.
Has the Tiamat push. Nuke has already shown that he can get push here in the mid lane against Caps. Okay, cool. Rotate that for Void Grubs if you want to. Rotate that for invading and contesting topside respawns of Yike's camps, and just try to get Sheo ahead in that regard. At the moment, he's still only level 5, is slightly behind Yike. But Adam will need to be careful here as well.
Going in. He hits the Q3 here. It's an easy fall. Pull back Yike now in the area. Daisy has now been called out. Counter-strike can connect on 2. Leaping back to Yike. Flashing out is Adam. Ulting for safety.
Ugh.
Not getting the resistance is nearly fast enough.
Adam, there was very little that he could do there.
2. Leaping back to Yike. Flashing out is...
But Adam will need to be careful here as well.
Going in. He hits the Q3 here. It's an easy fall. Pull back Yike now in the area. Daisy has now been called.
Comes on the unstoppable, so he uses it while he's stunned. Adam tries to come over to Yike, but too much damage plus Daisy being there.
Not getting the resistance is nearly fast enough.
Adam, there was very little that he could do there. Broken Blade locks him down long enough. And Yike, he did try to predict Adam flashing away with the Q. Doesn't end up connecting it, but that doesn't matter. They have more than enough damage. And now Broken Blade with an advantage in this top lane matchup. One that can very easily swing in either way. Now that Kasante has that early lead, going to be that much harder to kill in any potential side lane skirmish.
Mickey harassing LeBron
He's
here
gonna have to
a
flash.
little bit. Yeah, probably has to flash out to safety. Leaves over the wall, waits as long as possible. Meanwhile, on the top side, Yike is, of course, using Daisy to knock down the grubs there. The 3 over to the side of G2 as Mickey is just barely able to make it safely back into lane. Hook connects, never mind, not safe at all. Pull back from Onsama will finally be forced out there.
Not safe at all. Oh, wait. Kalista has 6.
He did have the ignite.
It's so easy to get trolled by that as a caster.
It's a big lead for BDS in the spot side, though. They can crash this wave and keep your eyes on Sheo. I mean, red buffs up, you've got the push in mid. And this
Tiamat on Jace, or on Jax. Yeah, well, Tiamat, I think, is standard for
Good damage follow-up.
Titanic Hydra.
Don't quite layer it perfectly to stop Yike from flashing out.
Still get the flash from Yike, though, and they control all of this bot side jungle. I think BDS can be very happy with what they're getting off the back of this. Lebrov going to be spotted. Mickey, it's a bold play to make. You should expect Sheo on the bot side of the jungle.
Yike marking up the red buff, could try to move in. Flash out to safety from LeBron, feeling like he overcommitted there. Hansam obviously can't just pull the spears out, so forced to retreat here. BDS on the edge of making something more happen, but just can't quite get it done.
Yeah, Mickey trying to get the reset off, but BDS still hovering around, trying to make sure they can get this wave crashed in. They know that Yike is somewhere on this bottom side, but at the end of the day, BDS is still coming out on top, right? Mickey had to burn summoner spells in that one. You end up going for the invade, we get the red buff, and you get the...
Also, the Ravenous, or I mean, the Titanic Hydra gives you better wave clear as well,
Suddenly, a lot of these champions on G2 side
which
are significantly
provides a lot better
a little bit unfortunate as well,
split
because I
pushing
don't think Sheo
capability
the combo for getting the like Q into
and tankiness compared to some of his other items.
really went off, but
They don't lack damage, guys. Like, if you think about it, you know, Brandazir Varus should be dealing plenty of damage. They don't necessarily need Jax for the damage. They need him to control side waves, and they need him to get into the back line to threaten Hui,
it's still heavy
right?
favor
They
for
need
BDS.
Counter-Strike, so he needs to be tankier.
Yeah, and I will say, this season of this matchup, Jax versus Kasante looks very different than last season. Divine Sunder was an incredible item for laning against Kasante. You no longer have that. The balance out is you do have early access to Tiamat, much better wave clear, but trading against Kasante this year is no longer free like it used to be.
I mean, every time we look at top lane, it's just Broken Blade winning out on another trade. Oh, there it is again. He's going to take a tower shot, tick over to level 9 as well. But G2, I mean, the gold lead...
It feels pretty weird that they kind of got 2 counter matchups in the solo lanes, like the Hui into the Azir and then also the Jax into the Kasante. Makes it very difficult for BDS to play the game.
He does not. Indicator essentially incorrect there.
Yeah, Yeah, the timer was just slightly off.
Good up from LeBron. Sheo in the area. Hansama does not, or does have ulti. Is he going to be forced to use it out here? Sorry, looks like he does not. Indicator potentially incorrect there.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know why they made the fucking ult indicators on the LEC HUD so small. It's so difficult to see them.
Ice still has his ultimate though, which is why Hansama is legging it as fast as his legs will carry him away from this bot lane tower. But it means that you seed plates on bot, and you'll see dragon control as well. So BB trying to see what he can do against Adam.
Push back, pulling Adam away. Adam going to be in trouble now. Altis and counter strikes tries to get a bit more space, but BB still unstoppable, taking his time. Adam, not in the fancy footwork in the world. Broken Blade with a quick solo kill topside, but BDS already set up on this objective. Yike laying down brushes for a little bit more vision control. Caps can throw down a bit of poke. Daisy, body blocking, trying to make a little bit more space. This time around, Hansama does have ultimate immediately. The follow-up is there. Severing bolt from the sky. Caps making it rain fire. G2 fire.
Oh, God.
About everywhere. Top side of the map, BB. Little Broken Blade with a quick solo kill topside, pulling Adam away. Adam going to be in trouble now. Altis and counter strikes tries to get a bit more space, but BB still unstoppable, taking his time. Adam, not in the fancy footwork in the world. Broken Blade with a quick solo kill topside.
Yeah, this Jax pick just not going well after seeing the Cassante and picking into it. Ice just taking a million shots from Daisy for free, gets knocked up, then knocked up again, then stunned, and then killed. Didn't feel like flashing any of that, by the way. Ice did not feel like flashing so that he doesn't die. Not respecting the Daisy knockup into the chain CC that would lock him down forever. He's like, I can get out of this with just cleanse. It's okay. Jesus. And by the time Adam gets back up and he now has TP available, he just TPs immediately into top side because he can't help.
Sidestep on the ult.
Yeah, Lavrov needed to be the one in the front line there, but it was Ice who ended up tanking
these supports just yet. Lavrov immediately on the retreat, and just look at Ice here. Gets hit once, gets hit twice.
He actually just gets straight mauled by Daisy for no reason. Like, why are you trying to zone them out, bro? Jesus Christ. He literally just allows Daisy to engage on him.
Nice punish in the bot side of the map, getting a kill and a shutdown onto Hansama. Definitely what they need. Maybe they can funnel some plates back into Ice, get him a little bit more gold. In the mid lane, they weren't able to find a kill, and Mickey X obviously not there to support his bot laner. What are they cooking up now? I see Sheo and Nuke making their way into the bot side of the jungle, but it seems that that's the extent of it. They're just looking to get a bit of deep vision, keep track of what Yike is up to, and back away from that.
Yeah, you're just going to see the reset. Bit greedy from Hansama, and Lavrov had hit level 6 off that wave that just crashed underneath the tower, so great follow-up from the BDS.
I mean, he did get a flash out.
You can already see BDS using that flash from the push they had, thanks to that to invade.
Traded flash for flash at least. They're always like, Ice, no flash. Varus, no flash.
Picked up by G2, but with no control for Adam in this top side right now. He's gone again.
Oh, no. Tippy's pulling him out for another 1v1. Adam immediately ulting. Taking his time, looking to set the counter.
I don't think we should be playing this Cassante Jax matchup anymore, guys. That's my feeling on this. What do you think? I think I'm done watching this matchup now. It's not what it was last year. It surely isn't what it was last year.
Trying to make a play happen, bot the TP comes through.
I mean, they need to. BB's already getting a tower. He can knock that down. He can TP bot if he wants to, but the kick off of the fight from Mickey X is good. Interrupting on the ult is Ice off on the side, taking on.
Trying to make a play happen, bot the TP comes.
Why are we walking into choke points when Daisy's here to just body you? Okay, Sheo has to flash because he gets hit by Leona R. There's the knock-up right there. By the way, I'm still so angry that this Ivern skin is not called Allen Iverson. I'm so angry.
Severing bolt, getting a little bit of damage, not going to provide any slow, however.
Mickey tried to go for that. An ambitious play from him.
Rooted up immediately, the team goes in, knock up
Dude, Daisy is actually winning this game.
severing bolt to follow.
I love how aggressive Mickey and Hansam are willing to play around this ultimate. They just go, yeah, I can send myself in because I know I've got an immediate...
AI would probably try to sue. Yeah, probably.
That hook at the wall ends up costing him so dearly, and BDS in tow as well.
I was just laughing at the damage that Caps was doing because, like, just he wasn't even on their screen. He took half their HP off. We'll look back at the dive.
Dude, Daisy actually MVP of this entire fight. And the last fight, too. BDS actually just doesn't know what Daisy does. Daisy literally just walks up, knocks up Labrov, gets a fear onto him, so he's got a CC chain. Then they go in. Okay? Then they get the long-range Hui poke down. And here we go. Here we go. We're going to walk right back into this. Do we like knockups? We do. Root, knockup, double knockup, of course, because we both have to get hit by it. Stun, into Callista ult. Everybody gets out. It's free. Daisy is winning team fights.
Seems fair.
Yeah, again, from a screen away. Not pretty strong. Nuke pushback is there. Dash out to safety. And I will say, rare misstep from Nuke. You can't just stand on top of Daisy. That's just not. That's not going to end well for you, Labrov.
Whoa, Labrov?
MacGyver can escape onto that one. Now he's going to queue back in. Maybe he's MacGyver to fight. Sheo coming over the wall. Good start to the fight. Counter-strike now connecting onto Mickey. Mickey running, ticking down, burning. Broken Blade off to the side. Just going to take...
Oh, here comes Daisy again. She's here to hard win a Drake fight.
Q3 to bring the brand back. Daisy and Kazante just bullying this brand.
Is Broken Blade done yet, though?
No, I don't think he is.
You think a towel will stop him,
No.
Ice?
Okay, Chains of Corruption at least does. So
Okay.
he does have some way of stopping him.
Adam's dead.
doesn't
He's
have
the
any
fish in the
mates
barrel.
because he's now all alone, and the wave is on its way, and I don't know.
Right, here comes Daisy. Daisy,
Where
Daisy.
is he gonna go? How can he possibly escape? Another
It's knocked up again.
Just making it happen. Spiraling despair on Adam. They get a brief moment. The power and it's more than enough to finish the
Oh
job.
my, what? Jesus Christ.
Kill for the Hui.
The blood, the murder.
Taking a mid lane tower. Game 1 close. Game 2 close.
Meanwhile, do you like how Mickey X is he's just in top side here? He literally just hex flashed into top side to collect CS of the turret. He's like, you don't need me, Leona, right?
Game 1 close. Game 2 close for a little while. Game 3 an absolute slaughter.
And I thought this was going to be a team fighting comp from G2, but they're just cutting down BDS where they stand. And Caps will get a little taste of his own. Oh wait, does he have the shield? No.
Daisy is definitely the MVP of this game.
Slightly off. Nuke does come in and finish that one off. The shield almost enough from Caps. I believe Yike was in the area as well, ready to offer that assistance.
Mickey X literally just catching waves on Leona like it's a bronze solo queue game,
Tried to make some stuff happen.
while Daisy just is the additional crowd control champion. Daisy's the real support here.
And the real problem that they have is that even if they bring
Has Daisy been more valuable than Mickey X this game? I think he has. I think she has.
It's so difficult to deal with this guy. Like maybe Azir can later on into the game, but with his 2 fully completed items already, you're just not going to be able to shut him down.
And I do appreciate BDS going for something a little bit different in this game with like Sheo going in for something that's a bit more carry oriented.
Oh, they're going to try 5 people.
Broken Blade.
Is it enough?
No.
Stunned.
Ult?
Endless CC, unstoppable redemption. Shield coming in. Mickey with the locket. He's living. He refuses.
Mickey X just gets Mickey X sacrifices himself instead, using locket and ult.
Buying more time, spreading the team out with the locket.
Carry oriented.
Oh, they're going to try 5.
He refuses to go down. Now all of BDS following up though. They can take down Mickey. Maybe they can get a little more. Keep the fight going. But Yike buying more time, spreading the team out. A single pick.
Yike quietly having a great series. Yeah.
Uses his life to protect
I
the
wish I could play League of Legends where the entire enemy team just walks into Daisy to get knocked up for free.
Steal a Broken Blade.
Yeah,
You're banned.
True, that's true.
I do like his 10 Magi stacks, though. Those are very nice.
The rest of G2 tried to push in through mid, push in through top. The good news for BDS is there's no real objective for G2 to trade in the cross map, which means that they're only going to lose a little bit of farm. And BDS, they're able to get a kill.
The only reason they didn't all die for going
Samar,
to
hey Monty, just want to throw out there, I love all the work you've done throughout your career, and I'm so grateful for LFN. Keep sending the sponsors and more ways to support. LFN is the best. Thank you very much. We're trying extremely hard
part of any equation, but
at LFN, and supporting our sponsors is a great way. We actually have even more new sponsors coming your way, guys. So this is already shaping up to be a banger year for LFN. So thank you for your support.
yeah. would say that
Okay, but BDS is in a good position to contest this. Casante's still in the bot lane, no TP available. They need to try and make something happen here, knowing that they have the numbers advantage, unlocking the top lane tower. Again, a very classic G2. They've got 2 people pushing mid and bot. Hans Sama is the one that they've sent off early. They're conceding the Herald for now. Will G2 still try to fight this?
Yes. Definitely.
I think they're going to go mid.
I think they're not going to. I think they're actually just going to control BDS, keep them in the river, and exchange this for 2 towers. The TP response in the bot lane to try and keep that bot tier 2 alive, I like from BDS.
Response coming in from Adam to make sure the tier 2 can't go down too easily. They're just looking to pick off LeBron. Locked up, does manage to get the hook out to safety for at least a minute. Good follow up there. Flash out. LeBron is living.
Here comes Daisy. She's back for more punching.
He's looking for another potential 1v1. He doesn't quite get him over the wall, and Ice is coming in. Should be a quick, easy arrow fall, but right now Broken Blade is running. Meanwhile, Sheo getting taken down. Broken Blade sprinting. The Ghost. Is it enough? He's running for his life, and he will manage to make it a safety. Caps fishing for the severing.
Well, you know, if Riot can't get the rights to Allen Iverson for one Ivern skin for Allen Iverson, how come Fortnite can get like the entire NFL sponsorship? You know what I mean?
The illusion of choice. Severing bolt.
I mean, nice job, though.
Is BDS second/third best team? I think Fnatic's probably better than them too. And I'm glad we're going to see that best of 5 most likely.
And managing to pick off several members, and again, it's just full control here for G2, where it feels so difficult to try and fight against G2 at any point in time, because you're losing side lane push, you're losing when it comes to 3v3 in mid, when you're pushing on towards like Nuke and Caps now, Caps starting to get that advantage as well. It's like, where do you try and put your pressure?
I mean, credit to Nuke, he does have a 1.1k gold lead. A lot of that has been off the back of him just farming very well this game.
I'm just surprised they didn't even use like Allen Iverson's number, which was 3, on the jersey, right? Just as like a subtle shout out.
It feels that G2 just have so much of an advantage at this point in the game. It feels difficult for BDS to find ways back into it, especially when Adam just can't hold Broken Blade in the side lane. It feels like Nuke has
Do I even age? No. I look identical at all times.
Going to continue pushing in that pot wave. He has the TP available, and now they're sending Hansama once again, controlling this mid wave, keeping the push up, and they're setting up control around.
It's not even that I don't age. It's that I look better the older I get.
Make sure that they have everything they need to take the Baron, and BDS overstep, or if G2 can find a pick on the side lanes. Caps does have to be careful though. He is not favored in the side lane 1v1, as Daisy has been called out to start the objective here.
I mean, why wouldn't they? They know that they're stronger. They have the TP. They're going to invest.
It's free.
It's this objective.
Adam on bot side spotted with no TP. This is their cue to kick things off. Sheo just a brand. It's going to be tough for him to get into this pit to stop this TP. They're going to invest it right
Oops.
now.
Nice job coming over the wall there. I mean, the Leona into the brand turned out to be really smart. I was a fan of the Bard, but the Leona's working really well. Right there, E immediately over, stun locked, forever. Did he actually miss the ult though? EQ. Little bit scary there. A little bit scary as the brand does get into the pit.
Broken Blade leaping in, footwork to keep Mickey X safe.
Credit to Sheo, he does flash into the pit. He tries to go for the steal, but he wasn't quite able to secure it. Now, BDS once again on the retreat.
Broken Blade stepping in, ulti back through, isolating LeBron off to the side, but has to be careful because Ice is in the area. Has he given his gold lead away? Unstoppable. He is.
Well, I review the C900 Thieves game. Do you see the title of the stream?
Finding a quick pick onto Mickey. Broken Blade now in trouble. Adam kind of keeping the momentum in their favor. Caps TPing in. Or TPing out, excuse me, but the flank here just doesn't matter. Hansama now on a rampage. Nuke taken out. 2 members left standing. Spiraling Despair doesn't connect. Caps has to be careful here, though. Finally has the Ivern shielding. Now can step forward a little bit more confidently. Severing Bolt, not going to have a slow, so not going to stop the steady escape here from the side of BDS. Yike chasing, though, Cloud Rift. Not going to happen. BDS
You had LCS in the title yesterday, but I was actively saying I wasn't going to do it, and then I removed it when I wasn't going to do it. You know, sometimes things change, but nothing's changed about the 100 Thieves C9 game right now.
G2 will get the Dragon, they get the Baron, so still having a couple of members with that alive will help G2 in pushing forward, but a lot of time kind of wasted on their Baron buff and trying
Jack scaling. Adam's like, don't worry, guys, I'm scaling. Just clear the waves, I'm scaling.
Let's see how close Sheo really was. The CC comes through for Mickey a little early.
I mean, it was close, right? 1930, 17, 400. Oh, he smited super early, actually. He smited at like 1500, whatever, 1400. Or he smited at 1700, I think. He has red smite, so it was his smite that came in at 1700. Kind of a bad smite, honestly. But he's also Brand, so he dies in like 1 second in the pit. If he's focused, so maybe he thought he was just going to die and not have a chance to smite it at all.
Meanwhile, the other three members of G2 are saying, let's test how much damage we can do. Broken Blade does end up getting a kill. Mickey does lose his life, but in exchange...
oh, you guys were talking about my long hair picture? Here, I'll send you the... Here's my tweets with a picture of me with long hair.
Yeah, I'll take on the jungle support and the support. Like, and you're not going to be able to kill me. So for G2, as you say,
from when I was 21. That picture was taken in Kenya, I think.
Still going to be able to get this bot terror off this push. Nuke does need to be careful as Mickey will start to wrap around, but it's just the map going to get smaller and smaller now for BDS as G2 continues.
Yeah, Kaz has to be careful about stepping too far forward here, but you can see with a Hwei and an Ivern, it's so hard to stop this siege from working. Endless wave clear coming.
Yeah, it's just the brush and the long. Oh my god.
Forward, slow coming in from Mickey X's ultimate, redemption going down as well. Broken Blade already isolating Nuke. G2 just want to go for the endless.
Wait, how did
wave
what?
coming in from the Molten Fisher, and now LeBron stepping just a little bit too far forward. Slow coming in from Mickey X's ultimate, redemption going down as well. Broken Blade already.
I like how Daisy jumps over the wall just to punch this is here.
Pushes them right back into the lane that they're looking to push. G2 ruthless.
2 kills.
It's insane.
They're just playing with their food at this point. The first
That's so
two games
funny.
At least went plus 30 minutes. BDS at times showed signs of life, but it feels like that from start to finish, G2 have just had their foot on the pedal.
Aaron told you look like the bassist for Toto in the Africa music video. No. That music video is super weird, though.
Root onto Adam, good CC, counter-strike for a brief moment, potential re-engage here now. Lebrov doesn't have the angle to follow up. Broken Blade body blocking the potential hook. BDS stepping up, but they don't have enough in the tank.
Do I still wear earrings? Yeah, I have one.
For Nuke to come in and look for, I mean, he doesn't even have to shuffle either, so it's like you're just kind of bluffing your way to say, yeah, get out of here, but Adam does need to be.
I think I was still wearing 3 at that point, though. Yeah, I have one on my left. I have 2 in my right, but I stopped wearing earrings in my right ear, so I have one in my left now.
Just delay as long as possible, but with 2 minutes on towards Baron, I think that's going to be the next one for G2.
Just a reminder here that while we were
I've been following you since like fucking season 2. Sorry, my keyboard doesn't work right. Have you ever heard of any Korean jail meals? What? I think this guy's trolling me with his fake broken keyboard. What? No, I haven't heard any Korean jail meals. What does that even mean?
So far in this series, in game 2, his Lilia was monstrous. He was doing an insane amount of damage in every single one of the fights.
I did do Axl Rose as a Halloween costume one year. It was very effective, guys. It was a very good Halloween costume. Just imagine me in that jacket with like a, you know, the bandana on the head.
BDS, they came in with their traditional style. They had their
Get that comment frame.
It feels like in every game. In game 3, G2 showcasing a
I swear I'm not. What is it? Why are you asking that question? What possible context would I have for Korean jail meals?
About or find new styles, and I feel like this is them attempting it with Sheo getting off of engage. He goes for the Brown, wants to be a damage dealer, going for more of a side lane flip pusher in the Jacks, but it just hasn't worked out. And when it's come to playing side lanes, playing the map, that's where G2 has thrived, and BDS have shown that they just can't really match that for a huge amount of this game. Or sorry, this series, I should say.
This game is very over at this point in time. Leona Value has actually been really good this game. Oh my god. Randall completely useless. Q3 pulls Adam back.
Looking for the victory lap close out here. One carry already done. Eyes on Caps. He's just fishing.
What happened to 4Play at Nerd Legion? They're coming back. Don't you worry. Actually recording a new Nerd Legion tomorrow. Release the Blue Eye Samurai one. We have 2 of the heist ones in the bank already. So we'll be releasing those this week. It's coming. It's coming, guys.
Feels like that this series is done and dusted.
Again, it's BDS just cannot get the monkey that is G2 off their shoulder.
Williams on. Thank you for your Twitch Prime sub.
Best of, and BDS just haven't been able to find it again today.
Rob caught out another severing bolt, taking so much life. Han Sama gonna grab the kill. Ice now pulled back. Quick team fight for G2, making it look easy. QW.
Great execution by G2 this game. I'm really impressed by them. Like, I leave this series very impressed by their flex picks, their win conditions that they've managed to achieve, right? Very different compositions, but playing to win conditions in both cases. Pulling out some surprise picks, like the AD Twisted Fate that was buffed on this patch being top lane. It does feel kind of inevitable. And they really did, I think, have BDS's number. As I talked about at the start, you look at some of these games and you think, oh, well, if they're going to play pick compositions, well, abusing this Twisted Fate AD is actually an extremely good way to prevent them from getting the proper vision control and setups on objectives. And they just bopped them in the skirmishes that last game. BDS like couldn't play their style. The brand is really just not their style, guys. The farming jungler, no, that ain't it for them.